I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All 6 of them.
Who are you?
Ricky, I just moved next door to you.
Why does he dress like a Bible salesman?
Critics are calling American Beauty a flat-out masterpiece. Touching and hilarious, bittersweet and brilliant. Look closer at the film that's being called the best movie of the year. American Beauty, rated R. Now playing in select cities. Coming soon to a theater near you.
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. And this is a request from Jose Ballard. Thank you so much for that. If anyone wants to request pretty much any type of videos or reviews or movies or something else, topics, reactions, what have you, you can request to either send it directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And the request for today is American Beauty. Now, this is a film I had heard of quite a bit. I had never gone around to seeing it. And then I wasn't really ever interested in seeing it because it stars Kevin Spacey. Now Kevin Spacey, of course, as we've all found out, he is a fucking creep, and it's hard watching films with him in it. I understand you have to separate the art from the artist. I'm just saying it's a bit hard because I always thought of Kevin Spacey as a good actor. I always thought of him as a solid actor. He's in some of the films I grew up with, like See No Evil, Hear No Evil with Richard Pryor. But at least in that he's a villain, so that'd be easier for me to hate him in that. But he was in Outbreak, which I love, with Dustin Hoffman. And like this film, Kevin Spacey, acting-wise, does a good job. Human being, he's a piece of shit. So it was a bit hard to get into, with the fact that he is mainly our driving force. It's mainly his journey we're following as this middle-aged guy who's his executive. His wife is played by Annette Bening, who sells houses, and she's neurotic. And you tell this with her till she'll do stuff where she smacked herself in the face, saying, "Shut up, you baby," you know, trying to gun herself up to sell houses, so she beats the shit out of herself. The daughter character is a complete, utter fucking bitch. I hated this character. I wish the character would have died. Not the actress, the character. I hated the daughter character in this. She was so fucking infuriating, annoying, bitchy, unlikable. Freddy Krueger is more likable than this bitch. Jason Voorhees has more compassion for me to feel towards than this fucking whore of a fucking slut cocksucker character. Fuck the bitch. I did not the actress, but the character she plays. She was just such a unlikable fucking ball biting, dick grazing, that you feel for a weak type of fucking bitch cunt character. She's the type of character that you put a dildo, the dildo will run away and be afraid and never want to come back. She's the type that if you try to market dildos with her, the fucking goddamn product will be out of business within a week. Just people like, nah, I don't want anything to do with this fucking character. So, just, in other words, very unlikable character, in my opinion. Now, the director, I will say, he did a very nice job making the film. It's a very visually arresting film. Certain sequences, for example, when, because the gist of the story is this family in the suburbs, they're secretly unhappy day to day, and in a way the film is trying to tell us about how the potential to lead more meaningful lives, and if you're stuck in a rut, maybe you need to try to change things up, and how what seems like an okay family, there's really a lot of skeletons. There's a goddamn cemetery in the closet. And Kevin Spacey tries to change things up. He's fine with getting fired, and in fact he blackmails the job for a year of salary. He purposely gets a job at a fast food place because he actually enjoyed working fast food. Probably the only person in existence that enjoyed that. And the reason he hones in on that is that that was a time where he looked forward to life. I just makes him feel like a kid again. And then he's more free, and he's having more fun, and he's having more, he's working out, and he has almost this sexual reawakening as well. Because he sees, I believe the actress is Mena Suvari, who's a cheerleader who's friends with his daughter. And he sees her, and again, this sexual reawakening where he fantasizes about her. He'll see rose petals gloss and straight out come out of her in these weird type of fantasies, visions. I was talking about the direction, like scenes like that, or there's a scene where he wakes up and we see him almost glide on the floor from his back to this room that's just steam is just erupting out of it, and he opens the door and the whole room's full of steam. That's another one of his fantasies. There's Mena Suvari. And even Mena Suvari is like, hey, you know what, I like your dad. Maybe if he worked out a bit, you know, maybe something would come up. And she seems serious about it. Meanwhile, Annette Bening, she's having an affair. The daughter character becomes friends with this weird guy played by Wes Bentley, who's always filming stuff and has like countless upon countless videos. His dad is this colonel played by Chris Cooper, who's very strict, abusive, hates homosexuals, like very gung-ho about that, very stern, and again very abusive to the son. Other people I recognize, the neighbors who happen to be gay. One of them is Scott Bakula, which I was sad that he wasn't in the film a lot, because I like Scott Bakula. I love Quantum Leap, the TV show. I even liked Lord of Illusions. But yeah, Scott Bakula's only in 2 or 3 scenes. I wish he was in it more, but sadly not. And again, the movie, I will say the movie carries itself because of the actors doing their jobs well, the direction being fairly visual at times, this sort of showcase of, I don't want to say the underworld of suburbia, because that's going a bit too much in that, but again, sort of characters changing throughout it, whether for the better or the worse, I guess that's up to interpretation. And I will say that the plot had some interesting things that are, quote, revealed, which I'll get into when I get a little bit more into spoilers. And like I said before, again, it's tough to watch a film like this because Kevin Spacey, like if he's a villain, okay, it's fine, because I think of him in real life as a villain. So in Seven, or See No Evil, Hear No Evil, or others, okay, he's a villain, cool, because he's a piece of shit human being. But again, for him to be the driving force, I know I keep saying, I know you have to separate the art from the artist. It just sometimes it is hard for me, I will admit. But yeah, the daughter. Why did I go on the whole thing about she was such a bitch? Because she's so hateful against her dad, and her dad really hasn't done anything wrong to her. Like, the dad doesn't talk down, like Kevin Spacey's character doesn't talk down to the daughter, doesn't treat her like shit, doesn't treat her like Chris Cooper's character treats his son, Wes Bentley's character. I mean, you're mad that your dad is looking at your friend who's another cheerleader. Okay, but that to me wasn't enough to warrant such hate-filled. Well, I never got the sense that this girl ever even liked her dad, and the character that Kevin Spacey played really didn't do anything to deserve that kind of hatred, in my opinion. And in a way, the journey is where at the beginning you see Kevin Spacey stuck in life. Just, you could tell he just hates where he's at. He's stuck in time, so to speak. And then this little new adventure goes over a course of, I don't know if it's a year or just a few months, I don't know the timeline. But he, like I said, gets his new job, and it may be a lower paid job, but he feels more free, and he's having fun with remote control cars, and he's running, exercising. He is more adamant in talking to Annette Bening and calling her on any bullshit she's saying. He's a bit more lively. And the end of the morning, spoilers, starting now, spoilers. By the end of it, he's working out, he's doing well, and Mena Suvari comes on to him, and they both seem like they're going to do it. But then she goes, "It's my first time," and Kevin Spacey snaps out of it. And so instead of this, "Oh, I'm a teen again, this beautiful lady," I think that's where, wait a minute, I'm an adult, this is her first time. It's kind of that, I had this middle-age crisis, I have my chance, I'm able to have my chance, but then that's over now. And he immediately becomes from potential mate to a father figure, because he puts the blanket over her and he's comforting her and say, "Hey, it's gonna be okay." And and then they start talking, and he asks about his daughter, and the Mena Suvari goes, she thinks she's in love, and Kevin Spacey smiles and goes, "Good for her." And he's kind of in a pure moment of happiness, this one pure moment, and then things don't work out. Because again, this is extra spoilers if you haven't seen the movie. I was taught about interesting twists I didn't see coming. Chris Cooper's character, the reason he's so hateful is, at first he thinks his son is doing something with Kevin Spacey's character because they hang out a bit. Truthfully, because Wes Bentley gives Kevin Spacey weed to get high. But Chris Cooper thinks it's something more. And they put little droplets saying why, oh, he's so hateful against gay people, and more so. And Chris Cooper actually tries to hit on Kevin Spacey. I didn't see that coming. And the way it played out, it didn't seem cheap. It didn't seem out of the blue. At first I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe that explains some of his behavior before, and that hidden repressive hatred for himself for being different. And Kevin Spacey's like, well, wait a minute, I think you got the wrong idea. Cut to the end where Kevin Spacey's character gets shot and killed. And you found out it was because of Chris Cooper, and I guess that sense of rejection was just his psychological breakdown. I don't know, however Freud type of bullshit you want to put into it, but I thought, okay. Again, it was that 50-50 thing in my head. The character, it was sad that the character died. Part of me was like, what was Kevin Spacey? So, you know, Kevin Spacey died. That's, I mean, again, I know. But again, even with the ending, like Annette Bening, there's really no culmination of that back and forth between Kevin Spacey and Annette Bening. There's no come to Jesus moment. There's no summation of their relationship. Not really. It's basically Annette Bening. She's contemplating the gun, and then she puts it away. Which I'm like, I don't understand why she wants to shoot Kevin Spacey when she's the one having an affair. But I'm going to shoot you because I'm cheating on you. I didn't understand it 100%. There's this thing called divorce, but hey, what do I know? It'll cost a lot less than murder. But, and even the daughter, like, there's not any big moments of her, oh, Dad, I'm sorry, Dad. You know, really nothing of that note. And I'm like, it didn't make me hate the daughter even more. But I did what the message was going for, to feel gratitude for the moments of your life, even if you think it's a stupid life. And how even Kevin Spacey's character, throughout all this stuff going on, he had some moments of life he appreciated. You know, the moment with Mena Suvari, for example, or even moments of getting high, moments of seeming like a teen again. I guess maybe that's part of the American Beauty. So no, it's not a film I would rewatch a lot. It's not a film I need to pick up on Blu-ray. But on the flip side, to be fair, it is a well-made film. It's a well-acted film. I'm sure there's a lot more thesis you could get out of the story, the plot. Overall, I didn't mind it for what it was. And yeah, overall I could say I liked it. And I don't know what else to say because I'd just be repeating myself. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.